this is a guy that's not social media smart. He's just street smart. He's 61 years old. He's pretty old. And he's starting to get into this social media realm and world pretty much, not knowing what it really is. Hey guys, what's up? So, pretty bored at the office, to be pretty honest with you. Watching some videos and had several ideas, and I thought it would be a good idea to pretty much bring that out to your attention and see what you guys think about it. Just already do what I do, watch the content I do and try to put out there some personal points of views of it. So let's see how that turns out. I don't know, I think this is a good spot. Can't find my notes. Okay, so I got a little pad, like a little sticky note thing that I started writing ideas on. So guys, I want to bring to attention the following is pretty much how crazy it is how the people need to learn how to transfer their old businesses to the current social media society that is now going on, because normal society like back then isn't the same anymore. So it can still work for sure, but if you want to go macro nowadays, you need to pretty much use social media. That's the best idea, and the world is starting to realize this. Someone that I would like to mention is Jordan Belfort. This guy, the Wolf of Wall Street is how pretty much everyone knows him, but he's putting his name out there, his image again, because he's starting to use social media, and he's starting to go out there to all of us, to this younger generation, and he has all the sales tactics and etc., everything that he created his industry on, because it was pretty much that, teaching people how to sell. So now he wants to do that through social media, and he pretty much has the hang of it. He's an intelligent guy that was able to understand a little bit of how social media is running and learn how to run with it. Now we have new people that's trying to bring their industry to now. We have a very good example, Eddie Hearn. Eddie Hearn is this professional boxing guy. I really don't know what he does, but he's like a promoter, I believe. We could call it some way. I don't really know. Point is that he's into that professional boxing realm, and he now wants to bring this to social media. Pretty much wants influencers, etc., everyone to be familiarized with this whole industry. But the way he's doing it is very, very abrupt. I think that nowadays we as a generation that has been born into social media, we're discovering as we go. But people like this have already made their mind up in a lot of things. And I'll go to other examples. So what I want to go with him is that he thinks that it's just as simple as getting subscribers and that's it, earning money. And that's not what it is anymore. Now we need to build communities. That is what internet pretty much is. We're trying to build online digital communities that just make sense for us to be on because we have easy access to it thanks to our technology, and that's where we pretty much live in. So if you're looking at people as subscribers, Jake Paul said in a Logan Paul's podcast something very true, that now you need to create narratives, things that not just hook people up, but that actually is nowadays becoming people's thoughts, opinions, what they like, etc. That just starts to develop someone's personality pretty much. So then we have this guy, Grant Cardone. I have mad respect for him for being in the real estate business. You may have heard from him. He was in Logan Paul's podcast. He went on Jordan Belfort's podcast. And this might start to be the place that this all start to ties together, because I'm noticing that this is a guy that's not social media smart. He's just street smart. He's 61 years old. He's pretty old. And he's starting to get into this social media realm and world pretty much, not knowing what it really is, not knowing that when you put yourself out there, there's a whole bunch of people that are going to look at that, and they're going to start analyzing you for what you are and start to give opinions on that, not really wanted it. He might not even care. But what I want to go to is that Grant Cardone might be trying to get into this world, but it's not going to be so it shouldn't at least be so easy for him to do so, because I don't know if people might actually like this way of him to be, but he needs to be, in my opinion, a little bit more careful and understand that there's other people besides him, that there's general public, that there's people existing out there that have different types of needs, different thought processes. And if it worked out for him, perfect, but we're not a mold, we're not all the same people. And that's something I'm pretty sure he doesn't have into consideration. And he might be doing great in sales and in his business, but if he wants to do good on social media, because I know he's had access to a lot of people, because I've seen a little bit on how he distributes his channels. It's a lot through email, it's not really social media, but if he starts to put himself out there, I don't know what actually might happen. I'm not attacking him in any way, I don't even have a point to stand on for that, but I do believe that it's going to be interesting to see how that develops onto. So pretty much there's a lot of these people that have these strong opinions. They have their mind already made up. Any person that is from the old industry, the old physical industry, and now wants to go into the digital industry, I want them to understand and not see us just as numbers, because that's not what we are. There is real people, real feelings, real depression, real anxiety, real problems that are being developed thanks to a lot of the content that could be out there. And I don't think they understand the gravity of the situation just thanks to pretty much freaking money, because that's the main interest. And I don't blame them. That's totally fine. And I agree that might get to be one of my interests as well. But something very important for me is not damaging the community. And I don't want to say with this that you just need to make everyone happy, because that's not it. You need to be yourself. And what we need to do is understand that we need to grow together. And that growth is going to be demonstrated not just on social media, but in the content we a lot of times put out there. I bet that people are going to change 100%, and we see that over and over and over again. And for some reason, the which I could actually understand, is that people just judge and think that is the way that person's going to be the rest of his life. That is not so. Now we grow, and especially with the generation that creates false opinions so easily based on the content that they're looking at. For example, I could say right now, I love rap music. I totally love it, but that's just the mainstream content that is out there, and was the same thing with electronic music most likely. And I don't even notice. And I say, no, I like this because of this and this and that, and I have strong arguments, and there's a lot of people that put out content, and I'm pretty much just reflecting that information that I received in via content, and I'm turning it into my opinion. And that's what people, I think, are not understanding. Your opinion a lot of times could end up being the opinion of somebody else, and the content that you put out there might not even be your true opinion, but it can develop into someone's true opinion. So I don't know, I would love to know what you guys think about this. This type of content is super raw. I need to go back. I'm totally in break right now, so I don't have the biggest time of the world. I've been 10 minutes here, so I got a little bit more time. Something I want to talk about this industries that I was thinking about before earlier is very curious how someone like J. Cole, with the Middle Child song and the position he's starting to take, closing what I've been hearing of a gap that is between like the rap industry pretty much, because we have these pretty much old rappers and the people that love them, and now we have this all new mumbling rappers, as the old rappers like to call them, and they actually are. But there's just a lot of different type of content. There's a great video I saw before, it's like type of podcast. I don't really know what it is. I'll link it down in the description if you want to see it. Very interesting. I thought it was incredible, but I think that there might be these types of middle childs around every type of industry, the which are very, very much needed, I would say. Because they're going to close up that gap. There's going to be a lot of difficulties for the older industry to, well, live on pretty much, if they don't have middle childs, if they don't have people connecting that bridge that internet has created, that gap. If there isn't any bridge constructed there, we're pretty much screwed, because our new generation, I think, is lacking not originality, but a strong opinion, something that is right next to their heart, and they believe that to the most certain point. And that's not totally bad completely, but I think it will help in a sense to give us direction to where we're going. Nowadays, something I could say I enjoy is to see the market segmentation that has started, thanks to, well, to so many different people liking so many different things. But this might, at the end, might be somewhat of a problem, because we don't really know where we're going. So I don't really know. I have all this bunch of ideas. I would love to know what you guys think about this. If you know any of the content, if you know any of the guys I've talked about, hit me up. I want to create content around this, and it's pretty much just the digital world that I live in. And if anyone from my physical world or digital world knows of this digital world that I'm not starting to enter, that I'm in, I would love to talk about it. It's just great fun, and hopefully I could do a little bit more of this type of videos talking about ideas and stuff that come on. So I wish you guys the best. I hope you have a great day. I hope you're doing excellent. I hope you enjoyed this. Subscribe, like, you know how that goes. Follow me on social media. And yeah, pura vida lifestyle over here. Take care, everyone. By the way, I had this video recorded over there and I lost it, and it was going to explain pretty much what the channel is about. So I think I'm going to be uploading this video, and then I'm going to re-record that one and then re-upload it and explain what this is about and what I'm trying to do and what my position is. And I think you guys might have had a big grasp of that in this video, but I don't know. That might be interesting. Take care. Bye.